What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my Today we're going to talk about the importance of asking, seeking, and knocking. I want to bring the importance of keep asking, keep seeking, and keep knocking. Whether it's your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, your ambitions, something you're seeking God and asking God for, whether it's something that you're believing in 2020. Maybe 2019 did not bring it. Maybe 2019 grew cold on you and you just did not see it happen, and now you're like, I lost hope. I don't want to even think about it or look back or believe back again. I'm here to tell you, encourage you, push you, remind you the importance of keep asking, keep seeking, and keep knocking. Sometimes we pray or we go after something, like for example, you cannot get a degree with, you cannot get a bachelor's degree with just 1 year unless you're super duper smart. But I think you need 4 years and then you get a diploma. So you can't just stop and then they are going to give you a diploma. No, you have to complete the 4 years. You have to complete all the requirements, and then they give you the diploma, which is your reward. So you are trying to lose weight. You can't just start 6 months and then think, I lost 10 pounds, 20 pounds, I'm good, I can go back to eating normal. No, you gotta keep doing what you want the result to be. You have to keep doing. Persistence is the key. We all know that. But here I am trying to I want to bring something a little different, but that has the same meaning pretty much. So I'm going to read from Matthew 7 verse 8. Matthew 7, chapter 7, verse 7 through 8. Ask and it will be given to you. Ask and it shall be given to you, okay? When you ask, it's going to be given to you. But the verse continues, so you have to listen to all. Seek, okay? And ye shall find. You shall find. Whatever you're looking for, whatever you're seeking, eventually you will find it. Whatever you're asking for, eventually it will be given to you. Knock and it shall open for you. Whether you're knocking on the door of wisdom, knowledge, understanding, the door of opportunity, whether you're knocking on the door of growing your channel, getting a better job, whether you're seeking help for your health, help for your child, for your teen, whatever you're asking God for, you have to keep doing it, okay? The word ask means saying something in order to obtain an answer or some information, or making a request for something. That's what the word ask means, okay? The word seek means the attempt to find something or the desire to obtain something. Looking for something constantly, okay? Seek. It's not like I'm seeking, I found you. You're seeking constantly for something that you want or desire. Knock. The word knock means sticking your nose on a surface to attract attention, or when we want to be let in. We knock on the door to be open, okay? Whatever door in your life you want open right now, whatever you're asking God for. I remember last year when I was asking and asking and asking, not just God in prayer, but I was asking on emails. I would go on work jobs, websites of different jobs. I would write to them and I would tell them, this is what I can do. These are my abilities. I'm looking for this job. I'm looking for that job. I'm good at this. I was constantly asking and seeking for a job that I could be used, that my skills could be used, and I was constantly knocking on the door. I wasn't just behind the computer, but I would also go and hand my resume and constantly knocking on the door until one door opened. And thank God, within a month I had 3 opportunities open, and I took all 3 of them, and now I kind of have 3 jobs. And that's another video for another day. There's so many Bible versions of these verses, but they all have the same meaning. Keep on asking, okay? Keep on asking. Do phone calls about work, how to grow your channel, how to lose weight, how to write a book, how to pass this test, how can I get better in my communication skills, how to learn a language. Keep on asking. It just doesn't happen with one request. You have to do it over and over and over until you hit the point, until you get what you want, because it is written, it says, ask and it shall be given to you. And the same way goes with God. Whatever you're asking God and believing that you want Him to give you, you have to keep asking. Sometimes God will test our faith. You ask Him once, and yes, there's times when you don't have to ask. You just have to believe, and I believe that too. But there's also times where we might ask God something and then go on about our life, but within our heart and mind, or our mouth will say, yeah, I did ask God about it, but I don't think He will do it. I don't think He will answer. Not to me anyway. I don't know what happens to everyone else but me. There you go, right there. You shut that with your own mouth. That will not happen, never. But if you keep asking every day and show God, I have faith. God, I know you can do it. I have faith. You keep asking and keep asking. It will be given to you. He will answer, because God also wants us to show Him, to prove to Him that we have faith in Him, that what we're asking He will give us, you know. Okay, but don't go around asking God for a helicopter or an airplane. Okay, I didn't say that. When the sentence starts with keep on, that means non-stop. Don't stop. Keep asking until answered. Keep seeking until you find what you're seeking for. Keep on knocking and this door will open to you. First of all, no one likes anyone behind a door that you're constantly knocking. You're eventually gonna get up and you're going to answer to that door and say, hello, can I help you? Who's here? And that's what we need to do on God's door when we are praying. Keep knocking on that door, keep knocking until God opens it up and says, how can I help you? Because He will. I am living proof of it, and I have so many stories and experiences where God has answered. Maybe not right away, but with constant knocking on His door, I have shown God that I believe and trust that He will answer and the door open for me, you know. To keep on asking, we need courage. To keep on seeking, we need patience. You don't want to just, you know, like I said, expect 1 time, 3 times, whatever, you're looking for something and you expect the world to just show up with things that you want on the plate. Here you go. Here's your job that you wanted, or here's the degree, or here's the weight loss, or whatever you're trying to look for in your life. No, seeking is constantly. You're gonna need patience. It may not happen this month, this year. It may happen next year. I have learned patience, and I'm still learning patience in my life, and it's very hard. It's the hardest thing to go in life, but it's possible and very, very rewarding. To keep on knocking, we need persistence. Last year, the job that I have right now, that it's really close to my house, I kept knocking on that door over and over. I kept emailing my boss that I have today and asking, is there any opening? Is there any opening? Can I come? Is there any opening? Is there any opening? For a whole year, I did not stop. And when she finally called me, she was like, this is the paycheck I can offer you. And I didn't care. At that moment, I did not care. I had grown so tired. But I knew, because every day I declared that I worked there. That's another video for another time. And I was just happy that finally a door opened somewhere. You know, you just need your foot in somewhere. And I know a lot of people preach and talk about being your own boss. You can be your own boss anywhere you want. But meanwhile, if you have bills and if you have responsibilities, there's nothing wrong to just work for someone else and get to where you need to get financially. And at the same time, the free time that you have, do something with your hobbies, with your life, with your preference, with your skills. There's a lot of people who have worked for others, but then they would come home and spend that free time that they had in building their empire, building their company, building their business, instead of just being on the phone, on social media, wasting time. Okay, that's another video for now. How do you get courage, though, to keep on asking? This is how you get courage to keep on asking for what you want. The courage will come from the drive that you have for what you want. Do you really want that job? Do you really? How bad do you want that job? How bad do you want your cupcake business to flourish? How bad do you want your channel to grow? How bad do you want to write that book? How bad do you want that degree? The drive itself, that's the courage. The drive will give birth to courage day after day for you to keep on asking and asking and asking God to help you and asking God to help you. Sometimes we get frustrated because we're like, God, hello, I'm asking. But that's not the attitude to have with God, because He's not going to answer, okay? No one can boss God. No one can tell God what to do. Okay, you come to God humbly, asking with a humble attitude, humbling yourself all the time, knowing who He is, knowing who you are. Okay, trust me, I've tried all that. None of that worked until I humbled myself, and then God answered. And then to keep on seeking, how do you get patient? We will be patient because what we are seeking is what we need. Thus, patience is the fuel to keep on going. Okay, you need the patience because it's like the fuel to keep you going. So you're gonna need courage to keep on asking, patience to keep on going while you seek what you want. And persistence is the attitude that we need to have and keep. We're knocking. Today you'll be like, I'm exhausted. I can't do this anymore. I can't keep on knocking. I've been looking everywhere. I can't do it anymore. I don't know any. Persistence is the attitude. It needs to be fresh today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. Every single day when you take a shower, you feel fresh. Don't forget to put on the persistent attitude. Okay, just like you put makeup on, or if you're a man, you don't. But you put, just like you put clothes on, clean clothes, clean socks. Put on the persistent attitude to keep on knocking, to push yourself, knocking on the door that you need to be open for you. While we ask God for what we want, don't forget to have a positive attitude. And our mouth needs to be leveled with our positive attitude. You can't just think and act, but your mouth is where the power is, you know. Like I said in the beginning, if you believe that God can provide, you have to say it with your mouth. God, I know you can. I know you will. I believe it. I thank you. Even if you're asking, this is in general, like I can't think of whether you're asking God for whatever you're asking God, to heal you, for health, You can't keep on asking, keep on seeking, keep on knocking, and for a half of the day and the rest of the day complain. Nothing happened, I didn't find nothing, nothing's gonna happen. Right there, you just stamped whatever you been doing. You just killed your sweat. You ran it over your own sweat, and that's it. Nothing's gonna happen because with your mouth you're complaining. While we seek God for help, sometimes we go to others first. I say go to God first. Don't go to friends or whoever you think that has a connection to get you into that job or this and that. Go to God first. I did not go to no one in the beginning for a year to look for that job that I have now. No, I prayed and prayed and fasted and prayed and fasted and prayed and believed. But at the same time, I did my part, which was knocking and the door of the job that I would do now, emailing my boss, asking to have an interview, just constantly asking if they had an opening, you know. But first you go to God, because maybe God doesn't want you to work there. Maybe you want to because money is good, but then that job might be miserable, might just it might just destroy you. So go to God first. He will open the right door for you. We seek God and patiently wait for him to answer us. When we're knocking on God's door, you can't just knock one day and the next day be like, I don't think he's home, no one is going to answer. That's not the attitude to have. You want something badly, you show up and show the attitude, and you show up with your attitude, with your patience, with your willingness that you want what you want, and you prove God that what you want is really what you want. And at the same time, pray, because sometimes what we want may not be what God wants for our life, because sometimes, well, most of the time in our head we think we know what we want, but usually we don't. Okay, so always pray, God, if this is your will, if this is what you want me to have, I would like to have this job, I would like to have this in life, I would like to go here, I would like to do this. If this is your will, open doors for me, give me connections, put the right people in my path, and he will. But you also have to keep showing that you're interested, that you're willing, that you want to do what you're asking. Okay, and also remember that God will answer to us on his time, not our time. I still trying to learn that and trying to accept it, because sometimes it's so hard, because we want things when we want them. For me last year, just, oh my God, praying so long for that job. I was like, God, it's just right there, you know. And funny thing is, when they hired me, they told me they were looking for someone to fill that position that I have now for 4 months, and no one had it, no one took it, no one proved that they could do it. And I was like in my head, because that was for me, okay? That was my spot, that was for me. God was saving it for me. But at the same time, God could have given it to me 4 months before than when he did. But I don't think mentally I was ready, or my attitude wasn't ready, because I wanted it right then, and in my head I was like, I think I'm ready. But experience wise I was, but my attitude was not. So God had to work on my attitude and then open the door for me. Because everyone who keeps on asking will receive, and everyone who keeps on seeking will find. And to him who keeps on knocking, the door will be opened. So keep on asking, keep on seeking, and keep on knocking. All right? And keep your faith and your positive attitude, your courage and your persistence in asking, in what you're asking, what you're seeking, and what you're knocking and the door that you're knocking, okay? Because God will answer, but he won't answer to a bad attitude or a mouth that complains, or to someone that has no faith. You gotta have faith, positive attitude, and a mouth that does not complain. I hope that you found this very encouraging and somewhat educational, and that you are going to take it and run with it in a good way, and that you are going to be fueled and lifted up and encouraged for 2020 to keep on believing what you're asking God for, and eventually he will answer. It's not that God is deaf or that he's so busy. He just wants the right attitude. He wants you to have the right attitude. And you might say, oh, I have it, but let me tell you something. Not every day is the same. Today you might be having a good day and you got a positive attitude. Tomorrow something will happen that's going to crush your attitude. Like, it's going to bring it down, and it's not going to be good. So you have to train yourself and your mind. You have to have the mindset of, I am going to keep on going, because what I want is really what I want. Okay, so have this mindset, have this attitude, and go and don't be scared to keep on asking and seeking and knocking for what you want, okay, in 2020. All right, and I hope it's a good thing. All right, be blessed. Bye.